going on, Brews? Welcome to Hottest Cards of the Week, the weekly series where every Friday night, and let's be honest, it's actually Saturday morning right now, we review the hottest modern Pokemon cards of the week. This week's episode, I will absolutely be speedrunning through the Scarlet and Violet era, and instead of saying nothing's up, nothing's up, nothing's up, I'm going to stop on each set and just point out one or two cards that I would buy at their current market values. Undervalued cards I think are at a very fair price, but then at the end of today's video, my god, the Sun and Moon era is popping off. Cosmic Eclipse, like everything, we're going to look at Cosmic Eclipse, we're going to look at Team Up, Unbroken Bonds, Unified Minds, some Hidden Fates, maybe even a little Legendary Treasures, Radiant Collection action. So a lot of the cards that are up are going to be towards the end of the video. Real quick, I do need to announce the Evolving Skies pack giveaway winner. And the Evolving Skies pack giveaway winner is Jose P. Jose P, hit me up on Instagram to claim your prize, and there is a giveaway today's video as well. And that giveaway is from Pocket Trove Emporium, PTE. And guys, these slab display stands are so non-slip, so sturdy, so awesome that I'm going to keep the pink one and I'm going to give away 5, all the rest of them to one of you. All you need to do is type pocket in the comment section. Anything with the word pocket in it, as long as you're subscribed, you hit the like, type pocket, you can win all 5 of these very awesome displays. And then also there's a Jolteon from my last video, the vending machine video up for grabs, Derpy Q. Alright, I think that's it. Yeah, alright, let's get to it. Alright, let's do this. Just a quick FYI for anybody in the Arizona area, I will be at TCG-topia later today filming, probably from 2 to close. I'm doing a lot of these buyer POV, just kind of goofy videos, so I will be at TCG-topia later today. And again, PTE, they're a viewer of the channel. Anytime any one of you guys, my viewers, has a side project that's Pokemon related and you want to send me something to give away, I have no problem pumping any of your products, you guys. The people who watch my channel, I will absolutely, as long as it's good, we're not scamming nobody. Crown Zenith. I wrote great cheap trainers. So nothing's up, everything's sideways. Giratina's at 180, so it's just holding over 180. Mewtwo's just slipping a little bit. Don't be surprised if Mewtwo goes down to the 80s. Alright, but we're going to go to page 2, and I'm just going to look at 2 trainers or 3 trainers actually, that I thought were a pretty good deal because they're at like their lowest price ever. And that's Arita right here at $7.78. This is a card that's been as high as, it was 18, 20, even 23 bucks, a couple years ago. $7 for Arita is about as cheap as it gets. And then also we were going to look at Roxanne at only $3 down here. I absolutely love this trainer card, Roxanne. I've never seen it this low. Never seen it $3. And then Raihan down here is literally on the red carpet signing autographs for a little kid there, a fan. And it's just a fantastic, fun little artwork. You can even see his autograph on the ball and the Sharpie in his hand. I just thought all 3 of those trainers, Roxanne, Raihan, and Arita, were all really good, and all 3 of them are essentially at their all-time lows. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to the base set. Scarlet and Violet base set, I wrote Gold Miraidon and Koraidon are super solid. Drowsy is messing with our connected artwork. I would really just prefer if Drowsy would just either go back up to $60 or go down to $20, because I really liked it when they were all connected here. But let's see, so Miraidon, Koraidon, they're golds. I just thought they were a pretty solid deal for being hyper rares. And this is a medium-sized set. There is a fair amount of hyper rares. It's not like there's only 3 in this set. So Miraidon is basically a $5 bill right there. It's a really cool looking hyper rare. Gold Miraidon. I think you can't really go wrong paying $5 for the Gold Miraidon hyper rare. And then the same thing for Koraidon at under $4. Alright, let's go to Paldear. Paldear, the Tinkaton EX SIR is actually up. So it's at $33.88. This card has not been this expensive since like 2 weeks after release. So it's been like 2 years almost since Tinkaton's been this high over 30 bucks. Fuecoco is down bad, and Baxcalibur is down bad. So, well, not bad. Fuecoco was up to 32, but Fuecoco, as you see right here, is down to 21. Still over 20. It's fine. But let's look at Baxcalibur. So Baxcalibur hit a high of $56 and Baxcalibur is $17. So you know what? I guess I'll choose Baxcalibur as if you can get Baxcalibur for $15 in the next week, I think that is not saying it's ever gonna retrace even close back to $60. This might literally be an actual $20 card, but Baxcalibur with that history, with that artist, if you can get this for 15, 16, 17, I think Baxcalibur is a really good deal at around $15. Alright, let's move it on. Oh, shitty names. Nothing. Clef down to 15, Ninetales just cracked under 20, Charizard still sitting sideways at 55, Gloom is still sitting sideways at around 11, same with Caesar, and I think that Ice-Q, so obviously there's multiple SIRs that are even cheaper than Ice-Q. You got Poppy that's not even on this page, you got Reverum, you got Gita, but for me, I think for $5, Ice-Q, I don't know. I just really like the Ice-Q. It's clean, it's flat, it's got a lot of texture on it, two-tone, and yeah, just Ice-Q for $5 seems like a solid $5 deal, much like the gold Koraidon. Absolutely. All right, 151. Okay, so first of all, let's check this out. Charizard is still staying strong at around that 210, right where it was last week. Blastoise down a little. Nothing shockingly up, nothing shockingly down. I am just going to say that Ammonite, Caterpie, Tangela, and Nidoking. Basically, 4 of the 5 cheapest IRs. Nidoking's up a little since earlier. So Nidoking at $10, I think is a fantastic deal. And then basically everything except Mr. Mime. Caterpie, just because I don't like Mr. Mime. Caterpie at $8 is a super steal in my opinion. Ammonite, if you can find a really good copy of Ammonite for $7.25. I think the Ammonite is fantastic and it's the cheapest IR in the set. Tangela is essentially the same price, $7.80. The Mr. Mime, $7.80, I don't know. I think the Ammonite, the Tangela, the Caterpie, all of those are great buys where they're at right now. They're probably not going too much lower than that, period. And the Nidoking. The Rift, Goldango EX Full Art is up basically at its all-time high. So we're going to look at Goldango. Right here, it's $13. It's pretty close to its all-time high. It gets pumped a lot due to the cheese sticks playability. So on the 1 year, so as you can see here on the 1 year, we had a spike up to 10. We had a spike to 13, then it went down to 11, now it's back up to 13. So its high right here was almost 14, that's basically right where it's at. Just barely under for Goldango, the Full Art. And then as far as good value, Paldean or Paradox Rift cards, I wrote Iron Valiant at $25 and Iron Hands at $15, both SIRs. Iron Valiant only once has been cheaper than this. It does hover around this $25 to $30 range, so it's not like a huge deal that it's 26. It's been here before. But for $25, I think the Iron Valiant is just a beautiful SIR. I am very partial to it. I like future Pokemon and I like Transformers. So, you know, there's a lot of cameos, a lot of really cool cameos in that card too. I think it's a fantastic deal at $25. Then Iron Hands. This is a card that was $40 due to its playability like 6 months ago, 9 months ago. Iron Hands is cheaper than ever. So $15 SIR Iron Hands from a set where the SIRs, you know, there's like what, 14 or 15 SIRs, 14 I believe. So it's not easy to pull any of them, period, at all. And Iron Hands is $15. I paid at least 25 or 30 for my Iron Hands. Everything else pretty sideways, nothing's crazy up, crazy down. Groudon is losing a little but flattening out in the 75 to 80 range. It's not tanking, it's kind of flattening out at 80, and its high was 108 for Groudon. So to the fates of Paldea, I wrote what's Mew gonna do. Alright, so we're gonna look at the Mew chart because Mew also is flattening out, but it was free falling. So look right here, we had the 420, then we hit 320, and now we're just coasting sideways at 320. You zoom this out, and I was saying last week, it has the safety net range from 305 all the way to like 265. So is it going to get caught in there, or is it going to bounce above there? Is it going to break through that? I mean, that's a definitive support that went over the course of 3 months, 2.5 months. So I'm not surprised that it's flattening out right here. But what do you guys think? Do you think it's going to flatten out and stay at 320 or crack back under 300? I could see it going either way. I'm of the opinion that it is absolutely flattening out. And I think this card has a very good long-term future. I don't know how long-term that'll take. I just think this will be one of the more memorable cards from this entire era. So I don't see the card being in huge danger at all when I see this chart. I do see it kind of leveling off right where it's at least for now. Alright, that's my Bubble Mew opinion. Alright, the forces of temporal. Metagross to 20. Okay, so Ghastly's down to 36. So Ghastly's been in a little bit of a free fall. Everything else is pretty reasonable and sideways. Deerling and Sawsbuck, 20 and 16. Those are really good deals for both of them. I want to talk about Metagross though, because this card every week, every day, I think I end up liking it more and more and more. I just think it's a very beautiful card. Something about the sunset in the window or in the glass mixed with the snow, mixed with the serious Pokemon making snowballs. He's not making snowballs, like, he's clearing the street is what he's doing, okay? He's being a snowplow. But he just looks so serious about it. And then there's Snowman, and it's just a beautiful, fun card. It has some serious high upside at almost $40. If you look here, it had a very gradual, healthy uptrend up until all the IRs got pumped to oblivion. So it was already going up very strong. I mean, yeah, it was just from 20 to 30 some 5 that it really got pumped, and now it's right back at its 20. So I think Metagross actually deserves to be worth $20. It's, in my opinion, it just, I don't know. I just really like the artwork a lot. And I do like the Pokemon also. Alright. Twilight Gatorade. I've been telling you guys, don't be shocked if Tatsugiri falls back down to like 12 or 15. Because now it is down. It was propped up by 3 consecutive partial or full buyouts. And it got all the way up to 30-something. So, let's see here. Perrin's at 100, Carmine's at 80, Eevee at 60. That's fine for all of these. Greninja we can take a look at. I think Greninja's kinda, I don't know, Greninja's a questionable one. On the 1 month, Greninja's from 376 all the way down to 334. From 411 to what I just said on the 90 day. So from 411, I'm not sure. I would expect Greninja to kind of stop right around here as well. Somewhere just above the $300 mark. That's just my opinion. And, you know, I do need this. This is the last card I need for Twilight Masquerade, so I do need to eventually cough up the change and buy it. I'm hoping it goes under 300. I'm not so confident that it will. And I do need to buy it. And then Kieran at 26. I just thought Kieran at 26. If you just take Kieran for the artwork, $26. I think this artwork is just a more beautiful card than both Perrin and Carmine, just straight up. Like, we all know why Perrin and Carmine are worth substantially more, but when you look at Perrin, when you look at Carmine, and then you look at Kieran, I see a lot more vibrant colors in Kieran. I see just a funner card to look at, to be honest, and it is not even close. It is $26, Perrin's 100, Carmine's 80. I think Kieran is a fantastic value, and Kieran sat around $40 for a long while as well, so this is a very good deal for the Kieran. Supporter card, absolute stunningly gorgeous supporter. Okay, Shredded Fumble. Shredded Fumble, Horsey at 15. Nothing's up, everything's sideways, down a little. Yeah, like Persian, Houndoom, they're still bleeding downwards. Persian's high was like $70, now Persian's down to 46. The Horsey, though, just took a big dip down from like 21 to like 16, and I think it's a great deal. So let's see. So there's the 3 month. We'll look at the 1 month on Horsey. $20 30 days ago. It's down to 16, and it just recently went from 18.50 down to 16. So it's been a while since Horsey. You got to go to like, you know, January. And I don't think Horsey's going to go down too much farther. I think a lot of people like this card, including myself. So if you get Horsey for 12 or 15 bucks, or at least 15 bucks, I think that's a solid buying opportunity for a beautiful card that probably looks like it shouldn't be in Shredded Fumble. Alright, Stellar Crown. Alright, we're just gonna show you my favorite deal here, because it's also down big. So first of all, Squirtle, the Turtles, Turtle Power at top. Terapagos retook the lead on Bulbasaur. Pretty, I don't know, I forget, Bulbasaur didn't even actually pass Terapagos. It just came close, that's right. But we're gonna go down to Zorora's under $7. This, I would view Zorora as one of the more popular IRs from the set, like, you know, way down the road. Zorora is popular Pokemon. And if you look here, Zorora's high is what? 12 bucks. $6 is its lowest. And it's at 681 right now. You could probably feel very comfortable buying this Zorora, especially a really good copy. Absolutely, and don't be surprised Zorora's $8 a few months from now. Stellar Crown needs help. Stellar Crown. Oh, man. Alright, Splurging Sparks. Latias EX Full Art is essentially the only card that's up. That's right here for playable reasons. It's always been that way. So you look right there, it's just kind of zigzagging right at its all-time high at 953. Latias EX. And now I'm going to tell you a bunch of cards I think are great purchases at their current market value. So, Cerulege at $20, absolutely. So this is one of my favorite IRs in the entire era right here. At 21 bucks, are you kidding me? Then, Mesprit, Phoebus, and Slackoth, all at like the $8 to $9 range. Right here. Mesprit, Phoebus, Slackoth. I like all three of these cards in their own way. Like, they're all different. I guess these two are green. But this one's way more artistic and part of a connected artwork, whereas this one's just about as bland and simple yet awesome as it can get. But they're all $8 or $9. These have always been some of the more pricier, you know, middle tier IRs from Surging Sparks. So to get them at $8 or $9, I don't think you can go wrong at all. And I really, really like all three of them. And there's a case to be made, I think, for all three of these being worth more. Because Skarmory right here is still at $11.60. I think all three of these are just as good as Skarmory. Yeah. Alright, we had to go back to Paldean Fates real quick, because out of nowhere, I just realized that I totally forgot to point out the two cards that were up in the banger. Okay, here we go. That literally came to me out of nowhere. So, Ralts and Corellia are both at $15 now. Corellia is the one that's up. Ralts is kind of sideways, but both Ralts and Corellia are up huge on their lifespan. Just in the last week or two. They're like double in price, especially Corellia. And then the best deal banger, I thought, from Paldean Fates was the Clive at 12 bucks, the cameo card, the cameo trainer card, the Clive. I don't really need to explain why Clive at 12 bucks is a great deal. I think it's a fantastic, fun little card. All right, back to where we were. All right, Problematic Evolutions. Umbreon is at an all-time low. Oh no, only $1,400. So look at that right there. Umbreon just kind of went from, here, I'll put it on the 1 month. Went from right around 1450, 1430, and now it's down to 1413. So Umbreon, oh no, look at it. Oh gosh, Umbreon is falling. Umbreon's at all-time low. However, Sylveon is right at its all-time high at 554. So we're gonna look at Sylveon right here. It's just floating sideways right at its all-time high. So Umbreon down, Sylveon up. And speaking of Umbreon down, look how cheap the Umbreon Master Ball is. It's down to $134, okay? Everything else, yeah, looks like Iron Valiant's down a little. Goldango's right at 100. Everything's pretty sideways. And as far as the best, if there's any deals, and yes, because I've been buying them raw, because they're very cheap, my suggestion for a very affordable, good deal Prismatic Evolutions cards is the, where are they at? Oh my god, you gotta go down so far. It's these hyper rares. Teal Mask Ogerpon at 14 bucks. Walking Wake at 10 bucks. This beautiful Iron Leaves at 9 bucks. These hyper rares, you know, maybe you can't get Prismatic, but you can technically get the you know, most difficult rarity tier, you know, hyper rares. It's one of the biggest fallacies in Pokemon is that hyper rares are the rarest cards, because technically they are, but technically they aren't. However, still hard to pull. Very hard to pull, and I think these look cool. Yeah, buy the hyper rares from Prismatic if you're sad. Alright, JT, journey together. What do I got? I bought Iono's Belly Bolt. I just wanted you guys to know that I purchased Iono's Belly Bolt and I paid $86. It's now $85. Darn. Swinub at $4 is a crime. And then I have a question I'd like to pose to you guys. So Swinub down here. Oh god, it's not even on page 1. It's not even on page 1. It's right there at $4 even. I love this artwork. Lycanroc and Swinub both. Maractus not so much. I really like the Lycanroc and I really like the Swinub. I think those are fantastic $4 and $5 IRs. And then I had a question. I was wondering, maybe you let me know in the comments what you think about it. So basically, Articuno and Wailord. In my opinion, I would not be surprised if someday we look back like a year from now and Wailord passes Articuno. I love the Articuno, but the Wailord, I think there's something special about it. In my opinion, the Wailord at $18, much like the Metagross. Think of the Metagross at $20. I think the Wailord, I like the Wailord a lot. I like the Articuno a lot. I think both are going to do very well over time. I just would not be surprised if Wailord passes up Articuno. I just think, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think Articuno will stay at the top? Do you think Wailord will pass up Articuno? Let me know in the comments below. And then, is that it? Yeah, that's all I got. Alright, the trainer galleries. Okay, so the TGs across the board. I gotta give a shout out to Pokebeard. Pokebeard in some random video last week said he had a feeling that the trainer galleries were finally gonna start to bleed, you know, here in the next week or two. And he is 100% correct. Across the board, we are not talking panic mode, but we are talking slow bleed. A lot of them, like you look at Starmie here at 94, Rayquaza at 80. I mean, that's Rayquaza at 80, it's very good. Garchomp at 70. Point is, some of these are losing $1 here, $1 there. We have like Moltres, for example, is back down to 13. Gengar's at 13. You know, it's just they're not going crazy. Zacian's down under 20 from like a high of like 26. Mimikyu VMAX back down to 34. Blaziken back down to 23. So they're not all like flying up or sitting sideways. They are across the board kind of bleeding just a little. Not like last April of last year where they all went straight up and straight down, just like the IRs did in February. They're just giving a little back across the board. And as far as I chose 2 IRs I just think are fantastic deals. And that would be your Flareon at $862 right here. And then, yeah, your Jolteon at $6. I think this is a very underrated Jolteon artwork, just in general. It's a yellow border trainer gallery, so it has that going against it. But when you think of just all Jolteon cards ever, this actually is a really cool Jolteon card. Like, it really looks cool in my opinion. The way his face is right up in there. You got the electricity across the card. There's a lot of open, hollow area as to where it can be very probably difficult nowadays to find a Gem Mint 10 copy. And it's high, you know, it did crack over 10. But yeah, I think an Evolution trainer gallery like this is a fantastic deal. That and the Flareon are probably, this Flareon and the Snorlax, those 3 are like $7, $6, $6 or $5. Those are fantastic deals in my opinion. I wouldn't have a problem buying multiple copies. Every near mint copy I see, I will probably want to buy, to be honest, at those price points. Alright, now we are at the Alt Arts. Gengar VMAX down bad. Mew VMAX flattening out. Alright, let's look at down bad Gengar. Down bad Gengar is from, on the 90 day, from 750 to 628. That's pretty big. But, you know, it was a $300 card just not too long ago. So all the way up to 740, 750, 625. Still falling down. Still falling. Just falling like a little staircase downwards. Let's see where it ends up. It has a lot of room to fall. A lot of these alt arts have a lot of room to fall. And then Mew right here. I literally just watched Cool Trainer Ryan pull this like 3 hours ago. He's on in the background while I'm doing this. That bastard Cool Trainer Ryan. He said it's ugly because it looks like a regular VMAX. That's what everyone says. Get over it. It looks amazing. Anyway, so it's from 208 to 150, but it does look like it's flattening out. So, and you look at this card. This card had a major up and now kind of major down. So $75 all the way up to 200, and now we're at 150. That actually makes a lot of reasonable sense as far as the back side of that, not so much the front side of that. That was all right in the middle of the bubble. Call it the Pokemon TCG Pocket / Prismatic Evolutions bubble. We're not going to call it that, but you know. Yeah, so it's still doing good for its lifespan. It's just doing bad as far as off its all-time high. Now we're going to go to the Vs. The Vs. So the Vs, what are the Vs doing? Umbreon V is at a new all-time high right here. 293, or it's nearing its all-time high? It's nearing its all-time high. Umbreon V alt art right here, its all-time high is 299, 298, it's at 293. Go ahead and take a look at that real quick. So, doo-ba-doo. High right there, 299, just like I said, and it went way down to 250, and now it's all the way back up to 290, and that is a 90-day chart for Umbreon V from Evolving Skies, Evolving Cries, Evolving Lies. Okay, and then what? We had Sylveon V, could be future expensive card, .lol. Okay, so I was looking at some of these. Like I just said, you got Umbreon at almost $300 at 300 high. Most people view Sylveon as the yin to Umbreon's yang, and then all the others are random. You know, you either love Sylveon or you love Umbreon. People often choose between the two. Yes, the Espeon is a loved artwork, and it is sitting here at 167. Glaceon, Leafeon are way down there. Point is, I think Cupcake Sylveon could very reasonably and easily be viewed as a $170, $180 card. I think Leafeon and Glaceon could click up to where Sylveon is now, and I could easily see Cupcake Sylveon around Espeon in this 160 to 170 range, especially because how high the Umbreon V has been going up lately. Don't be surprised if Sylveon down here at 130 starts tracking with it as well. I am a massive Sylveon fan. Okay. Alright, let's go on. So, Scarlet and Violet promos, the Pokemon Center promos, to be exact. I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to throw up a picture right now. Yeah, I'll take a picture later of what it looks like, what I'm seeing. Just see how many notes I have just posted everywhere. I got a lot of notes on the wall. What do we got? Snorlax, Pika, and Charmander are down. Snorlax at 173. Squirtle at 161, Charmander at 150. They're all $25 off their high, almost exactly. Snorlax is about 25 off its high, Squirtle's about 25, and then Charmander's high is like 175. Yeah. Pikachu's under $100 for the first time in like 6 months from Paldea. So look at the 1 year on this. Is it? Did I exaggerate? January. Alright, I was off in 3 months. So for the last 3 months, it's been over 100. Now it's just cracked down under. So what is this Pikachu gonna fall to? Like 80 something maybe? I don't see this card falling too far at all. But it is under 100. Alright, other promos. So these Scarlet and Violet promos, I gotta show you guys something crazy about the new Iono's Belly Bolt promo. So something I found that's actually ridiculous. First of all, most all this is stable. You got your Greninja at 32, your Mew at 32. You know, all the regulars are about where they are. Mewtwo's always at 16. Kingdra is still doing great at 25. Blah, blah, blah. I just want to get down to this crazy deal. Crazy deal. It's going to be on page 2 probably. Go ahead and find it. Right here. This is insane to me. So this is the new Iono's Belly Bolt promo. This box is $60 and it only comes with 6 packs. It is not a good collection box from a pack to cost ratio or whatever. I just bought 2 copies of this on eBay for like $12 or $15 a few days ago. You go on eBay right now, this card is selling for $8, $10, $12, $13. A lot of people still have it listed for $15, and that actually makes sense that it should be an $8 or $9 card. It comes out of a $60 collection box, where this promo is the majority thing people are going to want. from that $60 collection box. And right now it is sitting at $341. Literally $341 on TCG Player with how many copies available? 122. My point is, you cannot find this card for $3 on eBay. Like, this card is an $8 or $9 card on eBay and other platforms. I don't know what happened. I don't feel like looking into the sales. Maybe someone dumped a whole bunch of them for super cheap, because why else? Point is, I don't think you will ever in your life, unless you act now, be able to get this Iona's Belly Bolt full art promo for $3. So maybe act on that, maybe don't. Just know I just paid a lot more. I paid like double digits for 2 copies just a couple days ago, and because that made sense to me. So buying this card for $3 definitely makes sense to me. Holy crap. Alright, Sword and Shield promos. So for the Sword and Shield promos, there are 2 Pikachus we're going to take a look at. And they're both celebrations related. The UPCs already boys are just, giving back $1, no big deal. A lot of stuff is down, bleeding. But there's 2 Pikachus we're going to look at that are doing very well, and they're right next to each other. How convenient. So right here, this Pikachu, this is from the Ultra, the Celebrations, like Ultra Premium Collection with the Metal Charizard and the Metal Pikachu card. So this on the 3-month, here, maybe I'll zoom out a little more. On the 6-month, it's from $20 all the way up to, $28. But here's what I want to show you guys, because I actually bought this card a long time ago, and I paid about this much. This card's been up higher, it's been way up higher. But it went all the way down to 20, and now it's trending all the way back up into the 30s range. This is a Celebrations promo card from the Charizard, where the Charizard metal card, and the Pikachu metal, I think, is the Celebrations UPC. And then another one, this Chonky Chew right here. This is, I believe this is the collection box that has the Pikachu squishy in it. It's a Celebrations collection box. And if you look right here, just on the 3-month, it was $5. It's up to $9, almost $10. On the 1 month, it's just from $6 to $9. This is a card I love. I have this card both in English and Japanese. It's a fantastic, cute little VMAX. Excellent VMAX promo, in my opinion. And yeah, it's up 33% on the 30-day chart. Alright, Sun and Moon promos. So for Sun and Moon, basically it's going to be this guy right here, Mewtwo and Mew GX, setting another all-time high. So here's on your 90-day, from $95 up to $150. I'm just going to show you guys the 1 year real quick. And again, this is Mewtwo and Mew GX Tag Team Promo, SM 191. And here's on the 1 year, 43. Then it recently shot up to 135, and kind of flattened at 130, and now we're up to over $150. So $150 for, in my opinion, the best Sun and Moon Tag Team Promo. And yeah, just keeps going up, and just keeps going up. And then the Stained Glass Birds card, the Hidden Fates ETB, the promo right here. This is also at an all-time high. Kind of flattened out right there. I swear it was pointing up earlier. If you look right here, okay, it's flattening out right at its all-time high. Let's see here, it's up on the 31% on the 90-day chart. Just one of the most beautiful promos you'll ever see, especially for an ETB promo from a very, very popular set. Alright, now we are perfect timing, because we're talking about Sun and Moon. We are going to get into Cosmic Eclipse, Team Up, Unbroken Bond, Unified Minds, and then a couple singular cards, and then Legendary Treasures, Rating Collection, and we'll get out of here. Before we do that, time out, guys. Just wanted to let you know, last week I had like 12,000 views on last week's Hottest Cards. It was like the 2nd or 3rd most viewed episode ever. I don't even have 7,000 subscribers. So I'm just saying, if you could take a time out and just, if you would like to be subscribed to me, maybe make sure you are. I'd love that. I'm going to do something crazy here pretty soon at my next subscriber milestone. And I don't want to tell you guys what it is, but I will tell you it will be memorable. Anyway, so yeah, hit that sub button, please. Alright, so here we go, Cosmic Eclipse. Solgaleo and Lunala is at an all-time high. Rosa is at an all-time high. ADP is up huge. And Reshiram and Zekrom Secret Rare right here is at an all-time high. So first of all, let's look at Solgaleo and Lunala. Solgaleo and Lunala, I'm probably just going to pull up and show you. I'll just show you a 1 year chart on a lot of these. So look at that. 120 and then boom. Then we're at all-time high right here at $271 for this absolute banger of a card from Cosmic Eclipse. The Reshiram and Zekrom right here. Oh, gotta go back. I love it when it does that. Gotta love it. So the Reshiram and Zekrom right here at 285 is kind of sideways. It is at its all-time high essentially. But Rosa, but it's not up. And it's on very low volume. Whereas Solgaleo and Lunar is up huge recently. Rosa, this full art. Look at this. Let's go to the 1 year. So 190, 190, 190, and then Blast Off, and we were up to $250 for Rosa. Full art trainer, Cosmic Eclipse. And then ADP. I know that this card has been very high in the past. TCG players only going back 1 year. I am almost confident that this card has been over $200 in the past. But it is a 1 year high from $160 up to $237. Right there. And then Reshiram and Zekrom Secret Rare. Take a look at that real quick. Take a look at the 1 year. So you see pretty flat at 60 bucks. This is a $60, the most beautiful $60 card you've ever seen. And then Blast Off up to $122. So Cosmic Clip cards doing very good this year. And they're staying up and they're going up. Let's look at N's Resolve full art. I bet N's probably going up, huh? Let's look at N. Oh, wow. So N on the 1 month is from 70, stair stepping up to 80. You look at the 1 year for N, and holy moly, look at that little. That's a very dangerous escalator. That is 38, 39, 40, boom, double in price just in the last 3 months. That is a very interesting looking chart right there for N. It's a beautiful card though. It's I don't think anyone's surprised of it shooting up in value recently, but it really is actually it reminds me of the Briar from Stellar Crown. It just has the light coming in from the opposite corner, the kitty corner, literally. Because Briar's got all this light up here that comes shining in, and he's got a light down there come shine in. Very interesting. Let's take a look at Cosmic Eclipse once more real quick. Pretty much all these freaking cards, like this Pikachu Secret Rare, it's floating sideways. I already looked at it earlier. It's at pretty much its all-time high as well. Alright, let's go to Team Up! Team Up! The Lovebirds are at an all-time high. The oh-so-famous Lovebirds are at 1770. Gengar and Mimikyu GX alternate art. This is at $600. That is absolutely an all-time high. Both of these cards are at their all-time highs. And look right here. Here's your 1 year for the Lovebirds. It is from literally, give it $1,000. The Lovebirds, the most iconic card from Sun and Moon, has gained over $1,000 on the 1 year chart. Over $1,000. Now let's look at Gengar and Mimikyu. Look at this 1 year chart. So from 250, and we more than doubled up from 250 to 600. Sun and Moon is one of the greatest sets, one of the greatest eras, pardon me, of all time. It just is. The full arts are better, the tag teams are better, the secret rares are better. Even the regular GXs are all starting to fly. Like this right here, this Eevee and Snorlax GX was a $20 card forever. Now it's 50 bucks. This Latias and Latios, this was a $15 card and it's 50 bucks. There's a full art, doubled in price. Literally Dana, Evelyn, Morgan, and who is the other one? There's 4 of them. They're like the only ones that aren't up. Jasmine's up a little. This set is doing incredible. Team Up is doing incredible. Cosmic Eclipse is doing incredible. All of the chase cards are like at all-time highs. Here's Unified Minds real quick. All we really, Unbroken Bonds and then Unified Minds. The Gardevoir and Sylveon alt art. It's one of the not near as many up on this set, Unbroken Bonds, but we look right here, and Gardevoir and Sylveon GX alternate art from $170 up to $400 freaking dollars. $400 from $170. Think about that. That is insane. $170 to $400. Wow, look at you. Such a beautiful little card. Did I mention that I absolutely love Sylveon? Alright, and then let's just take a once over on Unbroken Bonds. Yeah, that was the only one that was shockingly up. Everything's up just a little. Except for some of these regular GXs. Like some of the regular Team Up GXs are up and at their all-time highs. Like down here. Okay, now let's go to Unified Minds. And Unified Minds, the Mewtwo and Mew Secret Rare right here is at over $200. That's an all-time high. Look at that. So 145 all the way up to 200 on your 1 year right there. We'll go ahead and look at Misty real quick. Misty's favor. It's 287. It's flat. I knew it was going to be flat. So yeah, that one's flat. We can pull out the 1 year though, and you can see a blast off right here for 190. There you go. And that's Misty. Just very low volume and flat in the last week or two. Alright, now I'm going to go to just some singles. I was going to look over Hidden Fates, but Cynthia's the only one that's actually up huge on Hidden Fates. So at least recently huge in Hidden Fates. So Cynthia right here, 80 bucks. This is when I was constantly wanting to buy this card, constantly thinking about buying this card, constantly looking for a really good copy of this card. Never found it, and then here we are, $170. Who knows? I got so many master set expensive cards to buy. Who knows if I'll ever actually get around to getting this card. And I'm definitely someday getting this card. I freaking love Garchomp in the background right there. It's just so simple. And Lucario's just hiding. Look at Lucario just hiding behind her ass. That is fantastic. Like, you're not messing with her with those two right behind her. No, no, no. Alright, and then Lost Thunder, this Mimikyu full art I just caught. It was up pretty big. Yeah, because it was 18, 20 bucks, and it's recently just shot up all the way to 36 bucks. This is Mimikyu full art from Lost Thunder. Alright, and last but not least, we are at Legendary Treasures in the Radiant Collection. Next week, I'm going to go really hard into the X and Y, just like I did right now with Sun and Moon. We're going to do X and Y next week, alright? Alright. So, where am I at? The Mew EX, the Emolga full art, and then uncommon Pikachu card. Yeah. So Mew is kind of right near its all-time high because it went down. Now it's going back up. It was 88, went down to 73. Now it's up to 85. Just saying, it's going back up again on the 30-day chart. It's up 16% from 72 to there. I have that card right there, very top middle, right there. Yeah, that one's definitely not in mint condition. Just throw that out there. And right here we have Emolga. Emolga's at 38 bucks. This card's way, 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 way up. Here's your 1 year right here for Emolga. 9, 10 bucks, 9, 10 bucks. Pichu! Up 331% on the 1 year. Wow. And if you look at the 6 month, it's the same thing. It's all in the last 3 months essentially. The Emolga from Radiant Collection. Legendary Treasures, and then last, a very basic, another Pikachu. We had a few random Pikachus today. That gold Pikachu, the Celebrations Chonkichu, and then this uncommon Legendary Treasures Pikachu. Right here on the 3 month from $15 up to $23. I'm going to show you the 1 year on the cute little Pikachu, and it's from like 12 bucks, and then there you go. So there it is, and that's what it looks like. It's RC number 7. Uncommon Radiant Collection card. Uncommon bulk card. Not really, but it's 23 bucks, 24 bucks. There you go. Yeah. All right, that's all I got. If you made it to the end, thank you very much. As always, and one more time, just type Pocket into the comment section. And by the way, I absolutely 100% forgot that giveaway also has a Derpy Q and a EV promo. So you're gonna get 5 stands, the EV promo, and a Derpy Q. So all of that will go to the winner. Just be like, comment, subscribe. That's it. Type Pocket. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you guys next week. Deuces.